Hey guys, welcome back. I'm excited for the webinar in a couple days. It's gonna be exciting. Yesterday we talked about the structure of a fund, but a lot of people, and myself included, have this belief of like, yeah, okay, I understand that's really cool, but there's no way that I could actually do it, right? There's no way that someone like me at 20, early 20s could go out and start a fund, right? And my story, I had learned about funds from my dad. I learned the structure. I learned the strategy from him. Growing up, we'd whiteboard it out. I was like, man, I really want to get in the fund world one day. And finally at work, I had actually found this really cool. I was actually working at a company. They needed financing for some of their clients. I said, hey, I could do it. We set up a simple fund, actually a syndicate first. I just brought money into a simple LLC. We tried these deals out and they made a pretty good return. And so we structured that into a fund, got our fund documents together. We were ready to go. And I'm getting everything together. I'm like, my dad's helped me out, right? He's helped me frame things out. And I'm like, great, we get our documents. He has me read our LP and PPM like 30 times. Just kidding. It was like 10 times. Read through all these documents. I like almost die reading those documents. It was so crazy. And then we're ready to launch our fund. And I go to my dad. I'm like, Dad, do you want to invest in the fund? Right? Apparently he has money. He runs a huge fund. Do you want to be our first investor, our initial flagship investor? And he says, Bridger, I love you to death, but I cannot invest in your funds. I would ruin the opportunity of you raising your own money. And he kicked me out and said, you got to go learn how to raise your own money. I can teach you the strategy, but you've actually got to do the work. You can't use me as a crutch anymore. And he kicked me out. And I had to go out and figure out, how am I going to actually find investors? I'm in my early 20s. I haven't graduated college yet. I don't have a track record. I have a little bit. I've done this for about 6 months. Don't really have much of a track record yet. How am I going to go find accredited investors that are going to put money into my fund? So I listed out all these things, right? I'm too young. I'm too inexperienced. I don't have enough going for me, right? And I walked through these obstacles that I kept seeing. And I remember hearing a quote of somebody who told me, they said, the obstacle is the way. There's actually a couple books now called The Obstacle is the Way. That same quote has been used a lot, of using these obstacles, these false beliefs that we have, that I'm too young. That was my biggest one. I'm too young, to our advantage. So I thought through, and I had a few people in mind that I wanted to pitch, and they were just way out there. I finally had set up a meeting. I got in the door with them, was able to pitch, be in the room to actually, give my pitch up to bat, ready to swing, right? I got in the room, started to pitch and go through and what our investment strategy was. And then I finally said, hey, I know you're probably thinking my obstacle, right? I'm too young. I told them this. I think you're probably thinking that I'm too young to run a fund. And they kind of like nodded like, yeah, you're exactly right, Bridger. And you're kind of spazzy and you talk really fast. And that's, I've not lost that. I still talk really fast. I'm kind of spazzy and I kind of twitch a little bit sometimes. But I said, you guys are probably saying this guy's way too young to manage our money. And you're probably right? I'm a young guy, but I told him this. The difference you're going to get from a guy like me versus a 60-year-old veteran that wants to raise money from you is I'm young and I'm scrappy. With our fund documents, we're not going to take a management fee. I don't make money unless you make money. And guess what? I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage yet. I don't have all these car payments. I can stay up later than any of those old guys. I can work harder. I can work weekends. I don't have the commitments that they have. They are already used to the luxury of life. I'm young. I'm a hustler. And I am dedicated to get you a good return on this fund. And I've actually put my own money into this fund with you. And because I'm young, it gives me an advantage over those people because I will outwork all of them. I'll be more resourceful. I'll find the way. I'll figure it out if there's problems. But I'm starting out ready to go, and those guys are finishing their careers. They like to watch TV at night. They like to go to the beach on the weekends. I'm not that way. I used my obstacle as being young, to my advantage. This is my first fund. I want to give my investors the best return possible. I don't even care if I personally make that much money, because I am trying to make a name for myself in this industry. A 50-year-old guy coming to pitch the exact same fund, he's gonna wanna take some money out. He's gonna wanna pay himself. He's gotta pay for kids. He's gotta go on a vacation once a year to Hawaii with his family. I don't have that. I'm young and scrappy. I used my obstacle to my advantage. So I don't care if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're tall, if you're old, you're young, you're male, you're female, you're transgender. I don't care what, you're Republican, you're Democrat, like it doesn't even matter, right? Your obstacle can be the way to actually give you a strategic advantage, like for me being too young over other people. Now I launched my first fund. It went actually fairly well, and raising money now has actually changed a little bit. I've been able to be more selective with my investors, with who I bring in, because now I've built this track record. I over-deliver to my investors, and guess what every investor loves to do? They love to brag about their investments. So all these, I had only a handful of initial investors. They go, man, this kid Bridger out of Utah, he's crushing it. you guys got to check this kid out. And I started getting phone calls, emails, introductions, and I just expanded over time and over time. And it's been a lot easier now for me to raise money as time's gone on. Starting young, right? You guys probably watching this video are in a way better situation than I am, because I hadn't even graduated college yet. I was young, didn't have a great track record, never worked on Wall Street, and was able to do it. And I'm telling you, you can do the same thing. Whatever you think is the obstacle, I can't raise money, I'm too old, I'm inexperienced, right? Maybe some of those are true. That's probably good to be humble and figure, maybe I am inexperienced. Maybe I'll partner with somebody who is experienced, right? Okay, I didn't go to Harvard. Maybe I'll partner with somebody that did go to Harvard. Okay, I'm young. I'm going to partner with somebody that's old, right? Partnership is a fantastic way to overcome that. And then also saying, hey, I know I'm not, to here this level. That means I got a lot of ground to make up, and I'm going to overcompensate where other people would be lazy. Hope that helps you guys. I'm excited for you guys to be on the webinar in 2 days. Is it 2 or 3 days? Whatever. Thursday morning, whatever day it is. Thursday morning, 11 a.m. We're going to hop on. It's going to be amazing. I talk fast. We're going to jam a couple hours of content into 1 hour. Please be there. Come a little bit early. I'm excited to see you guys on. Peace.